Hello, football family. Welcome into Huddle It Up Films. We made it. One day away. Sunday night football. Ravens at Bills. Just can't wait. 8:20 kickoff time. We're almost here. Wanted to release a video and talk about these Ravens rookies and what should be the biggest games of their life. One that they'll remember forever. Their first ever NFL games. What can we expect from them? What do we want to see? And thank you so much to the channel members you see scrolling across the bottom. They are the ones that are really, along with everyone else, keeping this channel kicking alive and well and better than ever. Thank you all for watching. So let's start off with the man you saw in the thumbnail, the kicker, Tyler Loop, the first ever Raven to be drafted at the kicker position, and someone I'm really excited for, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, his leg stands out, but more than that, it's the resilience that he's shown and what I've seen both on and off the field from him that tells me he could be really, really special. Now, the resiliency is something that every kicker needs. It's a job that I know I wouldn't want to have, because when you make a kick, everybody's like, yeah, he's supposed to make it. When you miss a kick, it's, oh, the stupid kicker. He's not a real football player and all this other mess. But kickers take their work very seriously, and it's really hard to be at the top of your profession. And we've been lucky here in Baltimore. Matt Stover inherited him from the old Cleveland days, and Justin Tucker. So Loop is in a really good spot. This city supports its kickers, and I'm going to urge y'all to support Tyler Loop because he's not going to be perfect this year. He's probably going to miss a couple of kicks. So let's support him, because there's some things in his personality and what we've seen on and off the field that I really like. Number one, off the field, you see the type of personality he has now. He's been in front of the mic a couple of times, more than a couple of times with the reporters. You see someone who's extra confident and who doesn't seem to put a lot of pressure on himself, any unnecessary pressure. So they asked him about this Bills game, and he talks about it's going to be a lot of fun. And you see the resiliency and just the overall confidence in him. And you need that a kicker, much like you need a cornerback. Short memory, resilient. So I'm really excited to see Tyler Loop get the first game out of the way, help the Ravens win this game. And then on the field, the resiliency that he showed in the preseason, on the road, kicking for the first time in those stadiums, just like he's going to kick. It's going to be the last game, by the way, the last home opener in the Bills Stadium. So the fans will be pumped up, raucous crowd, first time he's kicking in that stadium. But when he missed in the preseason, he came back and made the next attempt and made all the attempts after that. And sometimes they were longer attempts. The last kick we saw from him was a 60-plus yarder that didn't barely cross the crossbar. It went and hit the net. So there's plenty of leg that Tyler Loop has. Love his personality. Can't wait to see what he does opening night in Buffalo. Going to support him with everything we have, because these games, these close games that are going to come up in the playoffs, we're going to need the best version of Tyler Loop. And he's already admitted he's gotten better. The Randy Brown and the coaches have helped him out a lot. So really excited to see him. Wish him the best of luck in his first game. A first-round pick, Malachi Starks, another guy the Ravens are depending on big time. Maybe more so than any of the other rookies, because he's going to be playing safety. And as you guys know, the safeties are going to play 100% of the snaps that they can handle. So Malachi is healthy. Malachi is playing well. Malachi is going to be out there a ton for the Baltimore Ravens. And, the calling card of Malachi Starks is how smooth he is, how fluid he is, how much of a leader he is, a veteran, even as a rookie, organizing walkthroughs, OTAs, just a natural leader among men. And, he is a rookie. That's rare that you hear those kind of things said about a rookie in his first NFL season. Now, what to expect? I just expect him to play solid football. I expect him to cover the back end. I expect him to not allow any big plays, nothing over his head, to read the coverages. Now, just because you're a smart safety and because you did it in college really well, when you get to the NFL in the regular season, it's different than the preseason. The game will speed up. The offensive coordinators are throwing everything they can at you to win this game. The Bills obviously have a very skilled offense all the way around. Big receivers down the field, Keon Coleman, Josh Palmer, of course, the tight ends that they use. So they can challenge Malachi Starks. And what I want to see specifically is him being sticky on these extended plays. So we know how well-schooled Malachi's reputation is. Very smart player. But the Bills are going to have these plays just like the Ravens do, where Josh Allen is able to escape pressure, extend the play, buy himself extra time. And those are plays outside of the structure of the regular offense. So all the studying that you do really goes out the window at that point, and you're taking over, your instincts take over, your football IQ takes over, and that's where we really need Malachi Starks to shine in this game. I think it's something, obviously, the more he plays football, that he'll get better at. But these NFL quarterbacks are different than the ones in college. And Josh Allen is, most of all, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So Malachi, know you're going to be good when it comes to scheduled plays, not letting anything get over your head, but it's these broken plays, off schedule plays that you really need to shine. Maybe the guy I'm most excited to see, and I'm sure I'm not alone on this, is second round pick Mike Green. Fell to the Ravens for reasons that didn't have anything to do with football. And my goodness, has he looked good so far in training camp and in the preseason. Just the bend, the quickness, the chaos that he's causing. Anytime the Ravens put pads on, all the reporters, one of the first names they mentioned was Mike Green, and he can really help this team. And what I expect from him on Sunday night is more or less what we saw in the preseason. We can expect him to get his share of snaps. May not be a lot. I would like to see him get more, but we're talking about what we expect. He'll get his chances to rush the passer, and I want to see him cause some chaos. Now, when it comes to the Buffalo Bills tackle situation, especially their left tackle, Deion Dawkins is someone that we've struggled to give any kind of problems to during these Bills games. Rock solid player and really tough tackle to beat. But if you can at least challenge him and make Josh Allen move off his spot, you have a better chance to be successful on defense. So that's what I want to see from Mike Green. Show us the bend, show us the quickness, show us there's a raise of moves when you get a chance, because you're going to be going up against, if you're going up against Deion Dawkins, one of the better tackles in the league. Spencer Brown would probably be a pretty good matchup for Mike Green. Spencer Brown is very solid overall, but not the quickest footed of guys. So I would love to see Mike Green get some opportunities over right tackle. What I would love to see is Mike Green play more snaps than any of us expect. With the veteran pass rushers that we have, it's a long season. Let's let the young fella get out there and eat. I would love to see the Ravens have a lead and just have all these pure pass rush opportunities and see what Mike Green has. So super excited for Mike Green. Fourth round pick, Teddy Buchanan, should be active for this game. I mean, he looks like he's one of the first guys up on special teams. Will they activate him? Will they activate Jay Higgins? Will they activate both? So let's talk about these linebackers, Teddy Buchanan and Jay Higgins, all at once. Buchanan, like I said, I expect him to be active because of the special teams aspect. Does he get a chance to play? Maybe, maybe not. Trenton Simpson is scheduled to be the starter. He's listed as the starter on the team's depth chart, but that doesn't really mean anything once you get into the games. So the expectations for Teddy Buchanan, hey, let's go downfield, make a tackle, big hit, set the tone, set the Ravens up for some good field position on defense on these kickoffs. Make your impact, make your physicality count, make your speed count, and really let the Buffalo Bills returners feel you. And if you get a chance on defense, do your job, responsibility, lane integrity, be physical, and chase the ball. A hustling player is Teddy Buchanan. As for Jay Higgins, whether he's active or not, we don't know. Will the Ravens activate all 5 linebackers? Big question mark. But I've stated on this channel before that next to Roquan, the best pure linebacker we have on the team that we saw in the preseason was Jay Higgins. You're talking about sacks, you're talking about interceptions, you're talking about scraping the line of scrimmage, you're talking about pressing the hole, talking about getting to the spot before these offensive linemen are. Just an excellent season at Iowa. Wasn't drafted, given a chance by the Ravens. So if Higgins is, in fact, in there next to Roquan at will linebacker, I will be excited because that means the coaches have seen even more than we've seen as fans. But it could be a wide range for Jay Higgins. He could be inactive, or he could be playing a lot of snaps next to Roquan. So that's something very interesting to watch. Carson Vincent, 5th round pick. Considered a developmental player, coming from HBCU all the way to the NFL, the only HBCU player that was drafted this year. But man, did he look good in the preseason. The first games, you could pick at him, pick at his play. But as the preseason went on, especially in that last game, putting people on their butts, pushing people around, showing that natural talent and the drive to finish people. Loved what I saw about Carson Vincent. Couldn't stop talking about him the last couple of Monday nights or Wednesday nights that we went on live. Just he has the talent of a five-star athlete, and he's got this aggression and passion like he was not recruited at all, like a UDFA. So I love what I've seen from Carson Vincent. That said, usually the Ravens only activate 3 tackles on game day. So don't expect him to be active, actually. It would be a surprise if he was active over veteran Joseph Noteboom, but the future is bright for Carson Vincent. Had to mention his name. LaJohntay Wester will have a role on Sunday night as the main returner, the starting punt returner for the Baltimore Ravens. And it's very simple with him with what I want to see. You can expect him to be the starting returner. You can expect him not to have many snaps on offense, probably, with all the talent the Ravens have, even with Likely being out and Ricard being out for this game. You still have D-Hop. You still have Devontae Walker. You still have Tylen, who's in there a lot in these blocking sets. So Wester may not see any time on offense. Really wouldn't expect them to see more than a few snaps. But as a punt returner, the expectations are clear. Make good decisions and catch the ball. Anything other than that is a bonus. And he's got the ability, as we've seen in the preseason, to house some of these punts. But number one, first game, there may be first game jitters. Wester, another just super confident guy, natural ball player, natural feel for space. Come up, make the fair catch when you need to, like we saw in the very first preseason game. Short kick, runs up, no fear, fair catch, catches it in everybody's face. The ball doesn't bounce around, it bounces back. Maybe hit off of somebody. Bad things happen when you let the ball hit the ground. So that was a great fair catch. And then, of course, the run after catch ability that Wester has, he can show off. But all I really want to see in this game from LaJohntay Wester to be happy is to make good decisions. When the ball needs to go into the end zone, let it go. When you need to come up and catch the ball, show those sure hands and do your thing. Now, the Ravens have 2 other players who weren't drafted who made the team. The UDFAs earn it the hard way, especially Keon Martin. Will he be active? Not sure. Will the Ravens just go with their top 5 cornerbacks and activate TJ Tampa over Keon Martin? Or has Keon Martin made himself a presence on special teams? We saw him at Jammer on the punt return team, just jamming the gunner. So maybe he does have a role on special teams, and maybe they see him as the backup option when they rest Jair to get some slot action or to be that 4th cornerback out there. I would think that it's more likely than not that Keon is inactive for this game, but of course I would love to see him active and impact the game any way he can. So Keon Martin, another name to watch. Will he be active or not? And lastly, let's talk about Ruben Lowry, our mechanical engineer, the smart guy, the guy with the good voice, by the way. Great voice on Ruben Lowry. You would expect him to be active. The Ravens have 4 safeties. Ruben Lowry is safety number 3, you would say, on that depth chart, and maybe your backup free safety. So if anything would happen to Malachi Starks during the game, and they don't want to move Kyle Hamilton to free safety because they want Kyle Hamilton to move around, Ruben Lowry is probably better equipped to handle that deep role than even Sanusi Kane. Sanusi Kane, enforcer, box safety. But we also saw Ruben Lowry's versatility, starting off as a cornerback in camp, playing some strong safety, playing some man defense, playing some zone defense, and yes, playing the deep half. So I would expect Ruben Lowry to be active in this game. And let's see if he can make an impact, because he may not have a lot of chances, but he's going to be itching to go. So thank you so much, my football family. Appreciate my football family. Appreciate the members that you see down below. If you want to join the family with a membership, there's a join button there. Would really appreciate it. Almost up to 4,000 subscribers. So subscribing would be cool. It'd be nice to get that number over 4,000 before Sunday night. But thank you all. Really appreciate everyone's support out there. Wednesday night at 9, we do the Wednesday night live show, 9 p.m. Eastern. And of course, the cut-ups, the scouting cut-ups. As soon as I get the tape, we'll be putting those out on the channel after the Buffalo Bills game. So watch out for those as well. Thank you guys so much. Have a good evening. Go Ravens.